Mark, there are real blows and there are real blows. Talk us through that.
Yeah, quite know what to say really. I mean, literally the last kick of the game, wasn't it? I think they said 4 minutes of injury time. And I think Woking scored their goal in the 95th, sort of 95, 41 seconds, I think. Now, what they'll probably turn around and say is there was a bit of a, incident in the corner, and that we've wasted time and all that type of thing. So that's what they'll say, but I don't know, it's a difficult one to take. I'm proud of the way that the players played tonight. I felt we didn't deserve that in the last minute. I think we showed a good shape about us. I think we made it difficult for Woking to play through us. I thought our shape was good. I think we could have looked after the ball a little bit better at times, but I think sometimes when you're concentrating on your shape and your defensive and that intensity and your defending, I think sometimes we struggle to relax on the ball a little bit, which we perhaps needed to. I'm obviously gutted for the players, and I'm gutted for everybody concerned with the club, because I think we deserved a point from the game today. But I was actually more disappointed on Saturday against Hampton, because I think if we would have played like that on Saturday, we would have got something from the game. So we've got to make sure that we apply ourselves to those levels every single game, and I think if we do, we've got a good chance of winning 3 or 4 more games the rest of the season, which is obviously what we want to do. So I thought the application levels of all of the players was excellent tonight, from 1 to 14, the subs who came on as well. I'm proud of the way they went about it against obviously a very strong side in Woking. And that is a bit of a sickener there, literally. I mean, I don't know. I mean, a lot of fouls were given against us. I mean, I think Woking are very clever at sort of buying free kicks. I did say that to the boys. I've seen them play quite a bit, and they are good at that. They don't need a lot of encouragement to go down, because they've obviously got a set piece delivery and sort of lads who want to attack the ball. So I think that is part of their game plan. And I think on a few occasions tonight, the referee sort of bought that a little bit. There was minimal sort of contact at times, and free kicks given against us. And I think, tonight I had somebody doing some stats for me, and I think it was 29 free kicks we were given away. Now, I don't think that a lot of them were, to be honest, but the referee very, very quick to give sort of free kicks tonight. I think that stopped the flow of the game a lot of the time. And, in that last minute there, I don't, talking to Jack, I don't think there's much of a foul in the corner there. The linesman's right on it, and, they've sort of played for the free kick and got it. We cleared the first ball. The ball's gone back in our box, and the lads are even saying it was a bit of a handball by Bradbury, and typical, a lad on loan from Oxford United scores the goal in the 95 minutes 41 seconds to win it for them. But we have to show a little bit of class at the end. I shook every one of the Woking players' hands as they came in, and their staff, and wished them all the best. That's what you have to do. There's nothing against those guys. They've got obviously going for a championship, and from their point of view, scoring the last second winner, they'll probably be thinking, that's what championships are made of. From our point of view, I thought we worked hard. I thought it was an honest performance. I thought we had good shape about us. I thought there was many, many good performances from our players, and in my opinion, didn't deserve to get beat like that.
Antagonistic behaviour at the final whistle by their captain Josh Casey led to what was a very dramatic scene after the final whistle. Can you enlighten us more on what happened?
Well, I think from their point of view, obviously they're pumped up to the hill, scoring like that. They're obviously going for the championship. So I understand the emotions of the game. It's easy for people on the sideline to sort of, look at that sort of behaviour and go, well, but when you're out in the thick of it and you've got 22 sort of players out there giving everything, they're obviously going to be absolutely high as a kite, with what's happened for them. Our lads are obviously going to be feeling very unjust and very sort of deflated. So what you don't really want in that situation is obviously, them sort of over-celebrating in our faces and all that type of thing, because can cause a lot of problems. I was just on there trying to get our players away, because we obviously had Craig King sent off after the final whistle a couple of weeks ago, and the last thing I wanted was somebody to chin someone or whatever, and get sent off after the final whistle. So when that happens, you have to show a little bit of class. You have to sort of try and get your players away. You have to congratulate the opposition. and you have to move on. And I think if we go to East Thurrock on Saturday with the same type of attitude and the way and apply ourselves with the way we did today, we've got a good chance of getting something. But it's not going to be easy there. I mean, it's, you know, with the greatest respect to East Thurrock, it's sort of not the greatest of places to go. You know, it's a tight old pitch, a poor surface, not a particularly great ground, and they're scrapping for their lives down the bottom of the table trying to stay in this league. They're a very direct side as well, so we're going to have to go there and we're going to have to show some real character like we've done today. I can't fault my players today. The only thing I'm a little bit annoyed about is if we would have showed that same levels of application in a few more games over the last 5-6 weeks, we might have had a few more points on the board.
Final question for me. Tarek Moazil appeared on the team sheet as a centre half. Then Joe Gielna turned out. What can you explain?
Well, basically, it was Tarek got caught in an accident on the M25 this afternoon. I think it was by sort of Waltham Abbey, and it shut both sides of the motorway. I mean, I think he lives sort of, no, he's not a local one, Tarek. He lives sort of Essex way, and poor old Tarek, I think he left his house at about 4 o'clock this afternoon, and he got here literally about 20 to 8. Now, we were in constant communication with him all the time, and he thought he was going to sort of get here about 7, then it went to about 10 past, then 20 past, and you know, in the end, we just had to make a decision. He wouldn't have even been changed and ready to play, so that wasn't ideal for our preparations. But I've got to say, Joel Gielna, you know, he was obviously not going to start the game, and he knew, and we had to, at the last second, put him in. And you know, I thought he did better tonight, Joel. You know, considering what happened, and Casey was obviously going to play left back, and then we had to say, well, you're at centre half now. So these types of things, you know, in non-league football, you know, when it rains, it pours, type of thing. You know, we certainly didn't help our preparation, and right up until 7:30, we were still planning on Tarek playing, but in the end, he just wasn't arriving, so we had to make that call, and so that didn't help. But I think overall tonight, not much in the game. I thought it was a sort of, we restricted them to not many clear-cut opportunities. Obviously, you had a few set pieces, which they're always going to have. And then I think we had a great chance, didn't we, just with Josh Ashby, some really good bit of play between Cabby and Bobson. I was pleased with Bobson when he came on. I thought he looked really bright, and that was a positive for us. And Josh has gone there, and I think it's just beat the keeper, and I think the lad sort of not cleared it on the line, but sort of hit him in the 6-yard box, and that was a good chance for us, that. And then, you know, again, 94 minutes, and they scored in the 96th minute. So a bit of bad luck for us, really. And I think, even their sort of staff were sort of honest enough to say that perhaps we didn't deserve that. And I've already had a few texts from other managers that were here tonight saying, Jesus, you certainly didn't deserve that. But that's football. No point crying about it. We have to show those levels of applications on Saturday. Congratulate Woking, wish them all the best for the rest of the season. We'll dust ourselves down and let's look at the positive tonight and go again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.